Esay Wena.
Yo, how's it, everybody? Welcome to Esay Wena. I know, it's finally happening. I'm excited as you guys are. But for those of you who missed my initial video where I spoke about Esay Wena and what it's about, I'm just going to remind you again. Esay Wena is a running show for runners, by runners, that is all things running. So whether you're new to running, intermediate, or a legend in the game, you are bound to find something that is well suited for you on the show. On the show, I'll be talking to chiros, physicians, physios, I'll be talking to tech reps, I'll be talking shoes, I'll be talking chafing, I'll be talking tricks. I'll literally be covering everything running. So whether you want to start running, whether you're moving at 3:30 minutes a K, 9 minutes, 7 minutes a K, or just cruising at 5:30 per K, this show is for you. And you're bound to find something that works for you.
Esay Wena.
Hey guys, welcome to Esay Wena. This is your host, Maboto Daraman, the beer runner, your favorite runner, your favorite person in the world, and welcome to episode 1 of Esay Wena. And today I'll be chilling with Oarabile. Oarabile is a friend of mine that I met recently, and she has really impacted my life and touched my life quite significantly. And today we're just here to just tell a story and inspire runners and athletes with disabilities. And over to you, Oarabile. Let's hear what you have to say. Cool. I know I've mentioned your name, but would you like to introduce yourself to everybody who's watching?
So, my name is Oarabile. I am 22 years old, and yeah, I'm a C6 quadriplegic. As Dada mentioned, that I have a disability, and I guess we'll get more into it as we go on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you just mentioned that you have a C6 disability, right? What kind of injury is quantified or put under C6?
So, I had a spinal cord injury. My spine was affected, and I broke my neck in a car accident, so my spine was affected, and therefore I'm a C6 quadriplegic, which I'll break down. Quadriplegia, meaning 4 of my limbs are affected. I have no movement or feeling of my legs, and then my hands are also affected. My arms as well. I don't have triceps, or that they're very weak. I can move my shoulders, elbows, and wrists, but not my hands. And then C6, the spine is broken down in 4 parts: C, T, L, and S. Those are the first letters of what the word is. And C is, like I said, the first part. I broke my neck at the base of my neck. And yeah, that affected a large part of my body.
Okay. So, how long have you been in a wheelchair actually?
Almost 2 years. It's going to be 2 years at the end of October. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you say 2 years, but I mean, it's something that's recent, right? And before we delve into a lot of things, but how did you actually end up in a wheelchair?
I was involved in a car accident, October of 2023. I was seated behind the driver. I don't have any memory from the accident itself, but yeah, I probably hit my head on the seat, like the back of the driver's seat, and broke my neck in the process. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Before your accident, right? I know that you were involved in a couple of sporting activities and stuff. But can you tell me which activities you were actually involved in?
So before the accident, cricket was my life, all things cricket. I played cricket all throughout high school, and then after that I went to college to study sports management. And while I was studying, I involved myself in all things cricket, like you said. I coached, I've managed a team as well, but that happened after the accident. But yeah, I've coached cricket, I've worked in management, I've worked in operations, I've really done all of it. So, yeah.
Okay. So after the accident, you never got involved with cricket? Or?
After the accident, I went back into being a part of cricket, except I went into team management because it's not so hands-on.
Okay.
So I managed cricket teams. And then I think reality set after a while, because I didn't really struggle with my mental health in the beginning of the accident. So I went back into the activity that I loved, even with studying. As soon as I was discharged, a month later, I went back to complete my degree. But it was difficult, so I ended up pausing my studies. And in the meantime, I decided that I was going to go back to being involved in cricket, like work again. I managed a cricket team, and it was really, really fun, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself as well in the process. But eventually it became difficult, and I just realized, it's not the same anymore. And I took a break from it. I haven't gone back since, but yeah, it's kind of scary, the thought of going back. So, yeah.
Okay. So what would it take for you to actually go back?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm really just in a state of identity crisis. I'd even go as far as career identity crisis. I think my identity crisis has a lot to do with my career, because I think I attached myself to my career more than anything. Since high school, I've never really known what it is that I wanted to do until I realized cricket is the only thing that I've ever really loved and enjoyed, and that ever wanted to pursue. So when I thought about cricket being a career, that's all I've ever done since, So ever since I kind of took a break from my studies and from cricket, I don't really know who I am. I've really struggled with my identity, and I also don't know if I'm scared to go back to cricket, or if I can't. I don't know if it's a matter of it's just not me anymore, or I don't know if it's fear. So I don't know. I really don't know what it would take. I'm trying to lean more on my mentors when it comes to something like this, because I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Cool. So you just mentioned mentors, and yeah. So it's mentors. So it's just more than one person. So who are these mentors, and are they involved in cricket or other sporting activities?
So I have two people right now in my life that I'd consider to be somewhat of a mentor to me. The first person is Lesego. She is in the cricket industry. She's actually doing what I like aspired to do when I initially started studying. She's a cricket broadcaster, and I've always leaned on her for advice all throughout my career when I was studying and all of that. And then I have another mentor, Peter Dupree. He is in a wheelchair as well. He's a quadriplegic. I mentioned him before. He's the triathlete, South African triathlete, Olympian. And he's an athlete. He's not involved in cricket as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, those are my mentors, or I'd consider them my mentors.
Okay, and soon I'll be one of your mentors, right?
Maybe. We'll consider it.
So, how have you found that transition from where you were to where you are now?
It's definitely been a process. I think within the first year of my injury, I was okay. Like I was very high spirits. I didn't struggle with my mental health. I think because in life I've always been someone who takes care of the people around me. I've always been very protective. I think it was part of my nature to be fine so that everybody around me was fine. I didn't want anybody to like see me down or see me upset or sad or struggling and feel sorry for me. I didn't want to be pitied in anything like that. And then it changed completely. I think now in the second year of my injury, I'm realizing the reality and the gravity of the situation, and it's been very, very difficult. I'm trying to give myself grace. I'm trying to be gentle with myself because, like, obviously I've never gone through this before, and it's only the second year of my accident, so it still is pretty early. But yeah, it's been very difficult, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I can't say that I understand, but I get you. You know, I mean, if this would happen to me or somebody that I know who's very, very independent, as you said, and very strong-willed, it would actually take a lot for them to actually recover. Well, that same would apply to me, so yeah. Cool. And I mean, you mentioned it's fairly new, right? So as a new person in a wheelchair, you know, what challenges have you faced, you know, from a public perspective, from an infrastructure perspective, and so forth?
I myself haven't faced the biggest amount of challenges in comparison to other quadriplegics or even paraplegics that I know that have experienced really insane situations, which I would recommend other people in wheelchairs to follow other people in wheelchairs on social media, because it's easier for you to then experience or to kind of have expectations of the outside world. But me personally, I think the biggest challenges so far have been accessibility in certain spaces, especially being someone who loved sports and who was heavily involved in sports. Stadiums and stuff like that are really not the most accessible places. And then parking as well. I think people tend to they don't take the wheelchair parking spots as seriously as they should. I think there are a lot of people who really disregard that there are people that need those spots. You know, I've heard of situations where even like professionals, like doctors, would park in wheelchair spots at hospitals, for example, which aggravates me. But I mean, you know, it's the world we live in, and all I can do is try to make a difference. But yeah, I think in the sports industry, it's been really, really tough because it's it's such a big barrier between myself and the thing that I love so much, and the thing that made me the thing that kept me outside all the time. I mean, I was never at home before my accident. I was always at the stadium. I was always on campus. And so, I don't know, it's disheartening to feel left out in a place that I love so much. But yeah, I guess it's up to me to then make a difference. But it is difficult.
Yeah. No. Geez, I would actually understand, because as soon as you mentioned stadium, I'm just thinking, I go into the stadium and it's turnstiles, it's literally stairs to go up to your seat. There's no space really, and I mean, we can't really put you on the grass at the cricket, because the ball often gets hit at the grass. so
Yeah.
you wouldn't want to be hit by a cricket ball either.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is something that other entities need to actually look at as well. I mean, it's not just from a cricket perspective. I mean, even in football, I've seen people in wheelchairs on the side, close to like the corner flag, and that's where most of the action happens. So yeah, I mean, that's an actual valid point that I mean, I myself never really thought of. And yeah, I mean, it's something that needs to be thought of going forward. I think, yeah, if the right people are actually watching and listening, I think, guys, you need to do something about this, and let's make events, sporting events, more accessible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Esay Wena.
I think this is our second time interviewing, right? Because the first time we did it, and then we had a couple of technical glitches, so we're back here again. But I mean, we were supposed to re-record a while back, and unfortunately, you had to go into a wellness center. Can you just touch on what was that about?
So in May, we had the previous Wings for Life World Run, which we'll touch on, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that was such a success. Like, it was so much fun. There was so much support surrounding the event and all of that. But unfortunately, that really triggered something inside of me that led me down an insane depressive spiral. And so the week after, Monday actually, because I think it happened, Sunday? It happened on a Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday, yeah.
That Monday, I crashed completely, regardless of all the support and love that I felt the day before. And that was because naturally, I mean, after something as traumatic as a car accident, and then obviously losing your independence, becoming paralyzed, there are a lot of people that I lost in my life that I didn't expect to lose. And after the race, I think after so much support, I felt a sense, like an immense sense of fear. I just felt, what if like I lose all these people as well? What if these people walk out of my life? And things of that nature. And it really, I spiraled. I remember that Saturday I had a date with a friend of mine who lives overseas. And, I missed her a lot. I hadn't seen her in a while, but I didn't even feel like going to that date. I honestly only honored it because I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to see her again. If it weren't for that, I honestly would never have left the house for the month of May. June as well, I can't remember what happened. I don't have any recollection. And then July, I had kind of decided that, you know what, I actually can't keep going on like this. So I reached out to my psychiatrist and my psychologist, and I said, is mental hospital that bad? Like, is a psychiatric hospital that bad? Because I can't keep going down this path. I really don't know what's going to happen if I stay on this road. And, you know, with her help, I found my way into the wellness center. And it was great in the beginning. I felt like it was something that I really needed. It was also an escape from my bedroom because I had been in my bedroom all that time. I didn't leave. I didn't want to eat. I didn't speak to anybody. And so in the beginning, it felt like an escape and it felt like I was getting the help that I needed. But very quickly, reality hit again. Regardless of the medication that I was put on, the psychologist that I spoke to, the psychiatrist that I spoke to, I realized just how much help I needed. And I think I was triggered there by the fact that the caregivers that they had would constantly change. And I just felt like I constantly had to teach somebody how to take care of me, which was extremely difficult in itself because I was hyper independent before my accident. I did everything on my own. So it was very difficult. It was very triggering. I couldn't finish the program. I was like, I just want to go home. And I did. I told myself that I would go back to finish. I haven't gone back to finish the program. I don't know if I will. Maybe, maybe not. I can't promise anything. And yeah, I think in the moment it was what I needed. But even after I left, I don't remember what happened for the rest of July. I don't remember the month of August really. And I think end of August, I told myself, I need to do better for myself. Like, I can't keep going down this path because it's insanely unhealthy, number one. Yes, it's my right to kind of crash out, if I can call it that, because what I went through was deep. Like, it was definitely life altering. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, it really is in my control to continue on with my life, and it's extremely difficult. It's easier for me to isolate. I don't really want to talk to anybody. Nothing makes me happy. I don't really want to leave the house, but yeah, it's one of those really. I don't have a choice.
Yeah, no. And I'm actually glad. I think it was last week you actually reached out after blue ticking me. Well, I can't say blue tick because
No, I
can't see the blue ticks.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, since then, you actually, I won't lie, right? You actually inspired me that no matter what you go through, your bounce back is always important. And I think after the first episode crashed, you know, I somewhat was like, yeah, we do have episode 2, but I didn't want to launch with episode 2, you know, because I mean, this one actually means a lot to me. And and as soon as you contacted me last week and said, Dada, I'm back. I'm just trying to get control of my life and everything else. And I was like, do you want to re-record? And then you're like, yeah. Then like, I won't lie, I've actually got like an extra step in my beat, you know, like my energy levels are like back up there. So I think with that being said, you shouldn't forget that you also inspire. So
Okay.
yeah, no, honestly, you did inspire me, and yeah, that's why I'm like, yo, let's just do this, you know. Yeah, so your bounce back matters, and it also inspires, you know. So whatever you do go through, whether you spiraling again, just remember that you are much stronger than what you actually think. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. So the wellness center, right? What what were the day-to-day things? Were they physios or like, I know that you go to physio, but were your physios coming through there, or did they have their own physios?
It was a completely different team. It was a new psychologist, a new psychiatrist, a new physio, a new OT. So it was a completely different team. Day-to-day activities, I'd wake up, I'd have breakfast in my room. They were like shared rooms, but I got a private room because obviously I needed like extra assistance and all of that. But I had breakfast in my bedroom, which they wanted us to all have breakfast in like the main hall. I just wasn't comfortable doing that as yet. I think one of my insecurities is still like eating in front of people because of like the way I hold utensils and stuff now, because obviously my hands don't work the way that they used to. Well, they don't work at all, but so I just wasn't comfortable yet eating with like the whole group of everybody that was there. And yeah, I would have breakfast in my bed, and then usually they would text you to let you know like your appointments, what time you're seeing the doctor, what time you're seeing the physio, OT, all of that. And then you go to your appointments that are scheduled. They also had classes as well. So with the classes, they would cover like topics regarding maybe how to deal with your trauma, anxiety, all these different things, and you got to choose which classes you went to.
Yeah.
So there was a set timetable, and you chose which classes you went to, as long as they didn't clash with your appointments.
Okay.
And yeah, that was pretty much the day-to-day, and then visiting hours was in the evening, so that that didn't clash with your appointments as well. And yeah.
Okay, cool. And you still seeing your physios on a weekly basis, or has that changed?
I think, honestly speaking, I haven't seen my physio and my OT in like forever. And I think I'm avoiding them because I think I have a fear of being judged. And I know they won't judge me. Like, I know they've been in this profession for a long time. Yeah. I know they love me and all of that. But I don't know. I think the need to be perfect for me is a lot stronger than my ability to just go and deal with it. So I think for as long as I've been in the spiral and for as long as I feel like I'm not doing things right and that I'm not perfect or whatever, I'm really struggling to like go and see them and honor my appointments and all of that. And so I think I'd rather just avoid them, which is not the healthiest, but that's just the way I'm doing things for now.
For now. Okay, cool. No, I'm just glad that you said for now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think, so with your physios, with you not seeing them after so long, do you think that it has your rehabilitation, has it gotten worse, or has it just stagnated?
Definitely. I kind of miss how strong I used to be.
Yeah.
There's actually this girl that I follow on TikTok. She's also a quadriplegic. I think she's a C5 or a C4. I'm not sure, but I watch her video because she posts videos of her training sessions with her physio, like in real time now.
Yeah.
And she is so strong. Like the things she does, I mean, if you look at her, she looks exactly like me, but the things she's able to do, like she is so strong. And I'm just like, I really, really look up to her, and I wish I could be that strong, and I miss how strong I used to be. But again, I just think the need to be perfect for me right now is stronger than my ability to humble myself and say like, no, I need to get back to that version of myself. But yeah, I definitely miss how strong I used to be.
Okay, cool. I think, I mean, I've known you for quite some time, and I've seen your body spasm, Yes, I'm not calling it a twitch.
Mm-hmm. Well done.
Yeah, I've seen your body spasm, and I've seen your limbs or the body parts that are affected actually move, right? does what I mean for me, without any knowing better, right? I'm like, honestly movement here,
Yeah.
you know, and like with that movement, I'm like, surely there is a bit of hope. So, do you think that you will ever be able to walk again?
Hey, in this lifetime, honestly speaking, I don't think that I will walk again. I think as far as we've come with all the research regarding spinal cord injuries, we still have a lot of work to do. I think when I look at the amount of people that have gone before me in the industry or in the space of being like disabled or whatever, it's been many, many years since people have been trying to find a cure. And so I think the best that would happen for me is probably trying to figure out a solution with like bowel and bladder function, or maybe trying to regain movement in my hands and stuff like that. But walking, I definitely think it's one of those things that I've made peace with, in terms of that's probably never going to happen again, like in this lifetime. But I think so. I've made peace with the fact that it's not going to happen, but I think it's definitely one of the most difficult things for me that I am still having to deal with. You know, like obviously if I'm hanging with my family or people that I used to like dance with or hang out with, it's definitely difficult to realize that it's done. You know, like it's never gonna be that again. And yeah, I don't see that happening.
Okay, geez, okay. Yeah.
Esay Wena.
You mentioned spinal cords, right? And I mean, your spinal cord injury and everything else, and like how far the doctors, for lack of a better word, have actually come with like regards to treating that, right? This brings me to my next point, which is where I actually met you at Wings for Life, right? So Wings for Life, for those who don't know, Wings for Life is an event run by Red Bull. It happens every year, and literally runners and walkers and people in wheelchairs gather and they run for a greater cause, and all that money actually goes towards spinal cord research. Wings for Life. How different was it last year when I met you and compared to this year?
Um, it was definitely a big difference from the first time that I went to this year. I think the first time it had been a couple of months. I think I was discharged in February, March, April, May. So it was 3 months after four, because it was early February. 4 months after I was discharged, I attended the first Wings for Life World Run, or my first one. And it was definitely not a fun experience. It was very much an eye-opener, because I had never attended any type of event where I saw so many people in wheelchairs. The only other time I'd seen so many other people in wheelchairs in one space is at rehab. And rehab became a comfort zone for me, so eventually it became normal. But outside of that, when I saw so many people in one place in wheelchairs, it kind of made it real for me. Like, oh, this is real life. Like, there are so many people that are going through this. Like, it's not just me. I was definitely overwhelmed. I remember having a panic attack before the race, but my uncle was there and he helped me through it, and a few other strangers as well, which I'm grateful for. But eventually I went through it and it was okay. But the second time around, it was phenomenal. Like I said, the amount of support that I received, the amount of people that showed up for me, the amount of people who supported the cause in general was insane. So that in itself was definitely a fun experience. I remember even having a short radio interview. I can't remember what I said. I just remember speaking so fast. I don't remember anything really, but it was really, really a lot of fun, and I felt really loved and supported.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Even though Unsile at this year's one, we were supposed to actually do
No,
it together.
you left me.
No, I didn't.
Because you were mingling with everybody that was there.
I didn't. You finished before me, though. Exactly.
At the end, when we were taking pictures, I asked for you. I specifically said, "Where's Dada?" Nobody knew where you were. Why? Because you were mingling.
Fair enough. Okay, fine. Sorry about that. Yeah. So Wings for Life is happening again next year. It's an annual event, but I think tickets open
November.
in November on the 7th, right?
I'm not sure, but
Actually, registrations open on the 5th, not the 7th. Yeah,
November.
yeah, I think it's early November, and I think there's more work to actually do, in order to get people to sign up and get them running and actually get them at the event to support the event and so forth. So yeah, I think to all those who are watching, Wings for Life entries open on the 7th, and I mean you actually get like a cool Wings for Life technical shirt, and I mean, if you are a runner or a walker, that shirt does come in handy. So please do sign up as soon as entries are open.
Esay Wena.
Hey guys, welcome back to Esay Wena. So guys, I just had a moomish moment. Actually, registrations open on the 5th, not the 7th. So yeah, so at least I got that right. Sorry for the blooper there, but please remember to register Kari 5 for actually Wings for Life. So right now we are back, and we have a third person on camera. So I brought in Oarabile's mom, and she can just introduce herself before I just ask her a few nyana questions.
Hi, Dada. I'm Veli. I'm Oarabile's mom. I don't know if there's any more that you need me to say.
No, that's enough. As a parent, right? I mean, what was the most difficult thing that you had to experience with regards to Oarabile ending up in a wheelchair?
Shoo. Yeah, it's a lot. I don't think I can single one specific thing.
Okay.
Because it is a very big change for all of us.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine how big a change it is for her. But I think for me as a parent, it's the difficulty of not being able to take the pain away. You know, when you raise a child, if they fall or if they fall sick, you can go to your Panado, or you can get your bandage, or you can get whatever. But with a spinal cord injury, I think that's the most difficult thing. So the adjusting to the new person that she is, adjusting to the physical challenges that you find, like she mentioned before, in terms of parking, in terms of people understanding how important it is to allocate that space. She's always been a sports person. Stadiums not been the most accessible thing. So experiencing her, seeing those challenges and how difficult this whole thing is, I think it has been the most difficult thing, because that emotional pain you cannot take away.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and I mean, Okay, cool. With regards to Wings for Life, right?
Yes.
You participated this year.
Yes.
It is your first one. But after knowing about Wings for Life and the work that they do, what are your thoughts on that entire initiative?
I really think more people should come out to support Wings for Life. There is so much that, we've spoken to many doctors since the accident. There is so many challenges that come with a spinal cord injury. It is not only the inability to walk. There is many other challenges that spinal cord injury patients experience. Issues with the blood and bowel program. So the spasms. There's different types. Others are incomplete. Others are complete. Others are in constant pain. So there is a lot of challenges that come with, and to support the cause that raises funds for spinal cord injury should be on many people or everyone's one of the things that they would want to do. We don't think about it a lot until it happens to you. And I think to many other people out there, it's important that we think about it, even if we don't have someone with a spinal cord injury in our homes. Because the more the research is done, and the more solutions are found, or things are found that make it easier for people that live with spinal cord injuries, the more it benefits many other people now, and even those that will get injured in times to come. So it's a very important cause, and it means a lot to all of us, or my family.
Yeah, no, true. And I mean, this year during the World Run, there were a lot of people supporting fellow wheelchair athletes and like other runners. So I know that this year I had a team called the Wingman, right? And right now the Wingman no longer exists, right? I am actually we're going to change the team of the Wingman to Team Oarabile, right? Where we will gather as the masses, put shirts written Oarabile and just to support her. So Go Wings for Life, 10 May, I think, next year, we'll be supporting you and rocking your shirts. And yeah, and I mean, as you mentioned, it is a good initiative, and many runners come out, people come out to walk as well, and like for those who have not participated in this, you must look it up, must give it a try, and like see how it goes. But yeah, I think from now on we are Team Oarabile, and we are gonna kick ass. And before we celebrate and toast to Team Oarabile, it started here. Team Oarabile started here. So before we toast and cheers to that, Oarabile, do you have any parting shots that you'd like to share with people watching and people with disabilities who are athletes or were athletes but want to bounce back and so forth?
I think, based off of my experience and in my opinion, my sentiment about what I said last time remains, which is, if to my fellow disabled people, put yourself in places and positions where you are seen and where you are welcomed. So find spaces in the world that are accessible, because unfortunately we do live in a world that isn't accessible to us. And you know, the goal at the end of the day is to eventually live in a world that is. But for now, Find spaces that you feel comfortable in, that you can frequent. And then one of my biggest tips as well is to curate your algorithms, because at the end of the day, what you see on social media all the time, especially in the generation that we live in, is going to be it's going to condition your mind to kind of like believe a certain narrative. So if you see a lot more people in wheelchairs doing big things out there, getting the jobs that they want, continuing to succeed in life, it's going to feel a lot easier for you to believe that you can do it too. And then my advice to everybody around people in wheelchairs, so whether it's family, friends, a stranger, someone that you just saw on social media, my advice to them would be that every disabled person is the same. Don't ever take the advice that you learn from one person and apply it to the next. Always ask questions, and I mean, ask the person first if they're comfortable to receive a few questions. Ask questions, learn about the person individually. And one of the things that, please don't offer help without asking, because not every disabled person that you see is incapable of doing stuff for themselves. Sometimes we really want to be independent and do things for ourselves. Don't offer help without asking. Don't touch my wheelchair, because my wheelchair is an extension of me. If you are in my way, I'm never going to pull you by your bag and move you out of your way. So don't do the same with my wheelchair, because at the end of the day, it's an extension of who I am. I quite literally cannot navigate this world without it. So yeah, for sure, my tips would be ask questions, take everybody individually, and don't offer help without asking. Don't touch my wheelchair without asking. And yeah, I think those are my parting words for the world.
Okay, cool. No, thank you guys. And also, I'd also like to actually take this moment to actually thank our friends at Esay Studios who hooked us up with this dope venue, the set, and everything in between. Thanks, guys. And for those of you guys who are looking for sets or places to shoot your podcast, check out Esay Studios on Instagram or Google them, and you can actually find the details. So it's Esay Studios. And yeah, thanks guys at Esay Studios. I really do appreciate this. Thank you. Cool. Now to the most important thing, the toast. The toast to Team Oarabile. Got my Red Bull here. Just move this. Got my one here.
Thank you.
So guys, for the next Wings for Life, we have a team called Team Oarabile, and it was founded here to Team Oarabile. Cool, guys. That's it for episode 1 of Esay Wena. Guys, thank you for checking out Esay Wena. That's it for episode 1, and thanks to my guest Oarabile for coming through, and the mom for coming through and actually sharing their stories. Stay tuned for more episodes, and yeah, guys, here's to Esay Wena.